Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's pop open a drink because we're going to be needing it. We are going to be discussing Batman One Bad Day, the Riddler, #1, published by DC Comics and written by good old Tom King. I didn't know anything about this book. It's like, hey, Batman. Didn't pay attention to who wrote it until after I bought it and brought it home. And, wow. I did a little bit of research into it afterwards, and I guess Tom King decided to, be Alan Moore, try to be Alan Moore, and do to the Riddler what Alan Moore did with the Killing Joke and the Joker. I've never been a big fan of, or a fan of Tom King's Batman to begin with. And this is just another reason why. So it opens up some dude talking on his phone to his wife. I guess their daughter needs to go to soccer practice and she's not wanting to do it, and the mom's having a hard time. So dude's like, okay, let me get home. We'll figure out what's going on when we get home. He gets outside and the Riddler walks up to him. You see it on CCTV. Walks up to him, shoots him in the head, and just stands there and waits for the police to show up. And he's wanting to talk to Batman. And Batman just basically says, he's not worth my time. And so the police, mainly Gordon, are trying to figure out why the Riddler did this. Because normally the Riddler leaves some sort of a clue or something ahead of time as to what he's doing or why he's doing it, and they can't seem to find anything. And Batman is doing some little behind the scenes research to see if he can figure it out. And then we're getting flashbacks to Edward Nygma as a child in some sort of high, fluting private school, and he's having problems because his father is the headmaster, and while he's doing well on these tests from these one teacher, the teacher is always putting a riddle at the end of the test, which isn't extra credit, it's part of the test, so it's keeping the Riddler from getting, or Edward, getting 100% on the test, and he's getting abused by his father for it. This is like a huge change for the Joker not the Joker, but the Riddler, for what seems like an absolutely no reason whatsoever. And there is a reason, and it's kind of bullshit. It's so out of character for the Riddler, and he's got. They're taking it to the point where everybody is afraid of the Riddler, but the cops won't deal with him. The others, the other big mob people are just not touching him. They're doing whatever you want and all that. They're taking him to. I mean, not physically, but to God level type stuff, reputation wise, that they're people are more scared of him than they are of the Joker, just because of a couple of because of that and a couple of other small things that happen later in the book. And that's no. I mean, it doesn't make to me any sense, and it's just, and they're also doing it just for the sake of doing it. If what I read or heard was true, he wants to do King wants to do a one bad day killing joke for the joke for the Riddler. He's doing it just to see if he can. That's not a good reason for changing a character like that. There should be some sort of an organic change, and this is not organic, and it's not something that the Riddler would do. I mean, it just all of a sudden one day go, I'm bored with this, let's try this. And so the art was really good, and for the way it was written, it was well written, even though it doesn't make any sense, if you understand what I'm getting. If you're following the logic in the story logic, it's well written. But if that, I know that sounds contradictory, but it, even though it doesn't make any sense, it makes sense in the story. But the story is just so out of character for the character. It's just, I can't recommend this book at all, and I'm hoping they're not making this canon. But considering some of the other stuff they've been doing with the books lately, I'm thinking it will be, unfortunately. So I'm gonna give this. Being generous and giving it a 2 out of 5 because the art was good, and but it makes no sense for this to happen, and I feel like I was just wasted $8 buying this book, and hope that it doesn't stick. So anyway, let me know in the comments below whether you read it or not, whether you liked it or not, and until you enjoy your comics, even if it is ones other than this.